Welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. Today, I'm just going to share a bunch of stories that I found today. I've been scouring the web, scouring Instagram. And if you're not following me on Instagram, please go to litecoinleader.com. Well, actually, go to Instagram, just follow LitecoinLeader. I post a lot of positivity stuff there. And also, maybe I'll share something on my Instagram as well, beyond just crypto. But I'm also sharing a bunch of stories, and that's where I find some content. And I find content from you guys. I would love for you guys to share stories with me. Let me know what you'd like me to talk about. But I've got a bunch of stories that are all positive today about crypto. So we're not going to talk about the Federal Reserve and the nonsense that Jerome Powell and everybody else is talking about inflation. We're not going to go there. We're going to talk about all the reasons that crypto is going to be heading up and why I believe that it's never better than get in now. So again, zooming out, you have to zoom out from just today. So there's lots more on my Instagram that I share beyond this video, but I just want to give you some highlights of some stories that I think you should know about. So the first, I've talked a lot about the third world leading the first world into cryptocurrency. So I'm going to jump right into a couple stories in that vein. So let's take a look. All right. So our first story, and that is, I'm sharing from Instagram because I couldn't find a good story to talk about it, but the Coin Republic had a good story about how Visa is launching Bitcoin cards to Latin America, and they're doing a global payment companies are taking interest in mixing. Visa is basically trying to get involved in Latin America, and they're partnering with startups in Latin America, Lemon Cash, Satoshi Tango in Argentina, Crypto.com, Alter Bank, which I think is the bank. Correct me if I'm wrong, but leave in the comments below. But I think Alter Bank might be the one that Warren Buffett jumped into, and Zero Bank. And there's so many other things that they're getting involved with. So Visa is, they're not worrying about regulation, or they're driving forward, and they're looking at the countries that need access. They're outside the banking system. They can't get bank accounts, but they can get a Visa card. They can get a Visa card. They can go to Latin America and get a Bitcoin card and spend Bitcoin with their Visa card. So, or on the Visa network. So that's a positive. Another positive, and this came out, and I'll talk about Bitcoin Magazine. I'm going to talk about one false positive as well. Probably have to pause the video, but I'll come back to that. But the newly elected Colombian president supports Bitcoin. It removes power from the banks. So there you go. He already sees the banking system is a problem. And I'm going to share, let me make a note. I have one more thing to share. Okay. All right. So Colombian president is talking about Bitcoin. You have Latin America talking about Bitcoin. We know what's going on in Panama. We know what's going on in El Salvador, Venezuela, Brazil, Colombia. It's really taking seat. And the BRICS countries, which are Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Almost said South America. I always want to do that, but South Africa. Those are the 5 BRICS countries that are working together, working around this or outside the SWIFT system, and they're looking at crypto very much to do their transactions internationally. Another story from Instagram. This one I saw in several places, and I wanted to share it. This is the former Thai Prime Minister has a Bitcoin clock behind him, so you can see there Bitcoin's at 21,000 and change. But he's monitoring Bitcoin in real time, right behind him. So it's that just shows you that other countries are very much looking at cryptocurrency. 2 more stories, and this is another story I wanted to share, that Ronaldo, one of the premier soccer players, no pun intended, but he is in the Premier League now. But Binance is partnering with Ronaldo with NFTs. This is one of the top 5 players on the planet, at least for recognition and name recognition. Like, he's up there with Leonardo Messi and a few others. But Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the premier soccer players, and him getting involved in NFTs and cryptocurrency with Binance is a big deal. Now turning away from Latin American and other things, the other big story that came out yesterday was MATIC. And I don't know if you saw, MATIC had a big run yesterday. They announced, and this was actually Papa Joe was talking about it as well yesterday, but the launch of the first Polygon ID integration with this is digital identity. And they used ZK, or zero knowledge cryptography. That basically means they're not sharing everything. Like when in Web 2, let me drop out of sharing my screen here because I think I'm pretty much done sharing. So I'll come back and share a little bit more when I come back. So when you do a zero knowledge transfer, imagine you have a bunch of you have a you're holding your poker hand. You have 5 cards, whatever card, 7 card stud, whatever you're playing. You have a series of cards in your hand. When Web 2, when you log in or get registered with a website like Amazon or eBay or whatever, you have to turn over all your information to them to get logged in. What zero knowledge identity allows you to do is like you only share a little bit of that card, or you may even share 0 of the cards, and then the network validates that you are who you are, and they don't have to know your personal identification, like your social security number or the last 4 or your bank accounts or that sort of thing, or your social. You don't have to share all that stuff. So you got all that stuff going for you. So let's see that. Let's see if I can pause this. No, well, let me just, I'm going to go and find the other story while I'm talking. But there was a good video that I shared. I think I shared it on my Telegram from George Gammon talking about how banks, and if you're not in there, if you're not in my, here we go. If you're not in my Telegram, go down below in the description, join my Telegram. I posted today George Gammon's video from 2 weeks ago, where he talked about how banks can make dollars out of thin air. And this is what they do. They loan to each other, and then all of a sudden there's dollars in existence. So it's an interesting video. It's under 15 minutes, I believe. You got to think about it. You got to watch it probably more than once. But when you get the idea that banks basically are creating money out of thin air, just like they do with a mortgage, you could see that what's going on is not great for the economy. So that was the positivity I wanted to share. As far as the AMA last night, we had a good AMA with the Patreons and some members of CryptoConfidential. Thank you for those who joined. Sorry for those who couldn't, but I appreciate those who contributed some questions. I thought we had a good dialogue last night, and we talked about how to potentially rescue some of your crypto if you feel like Nexo or Celsius is a risk. Mostly Nexo right now. Celsius is Celsius is a bigger risk than Nexo, but there are things you can do on Nexo to try and salvage some of your crypto if you want to get it completely out and you feel at risk for what's going on there. But I'll go deeper into that probably in a video next week on how to do that, or maybe even over the weekend. It's just a matter of how much time I get. Let's see, what else did I want to? I know it's been talked about me doing an interview. I'm going to be doing more interviews. I need to schedule a bunch more that will be coming up as well. But I just wanted to share a lot of positivity. I really appreciate the positive feedback I'm getting about the positive videos. There's so much negativity in crypto space, but if you just zoom out, yes, crypto is down. Yes, Bitcoin is down. Yes, all the coins are down, except for MATIC, which is doing well. But if you zoom out and your dollar cost averaging in, not financial advice, but there are many reasons to speculate why the Bitcoin is down or crypto is down in general. It's going to come back. It has to, because the systems are there. The good projects are there. The projects that are doing well and continuing to make progress, like MATIC, Theta, Zilliqa, Atom, all these projects are doing positive things. DOT, Cardano, they've all been hammered this year, most of the year. But they're going to come back because they're strong and they're continuing to progress, and the price does not reflect the value. And I've made videos on that as well. So I probably put a lot of energy into this short video, but I wanted to share some of the things. And please follow me on Instagram. Please follow me on Telegram. Join my Telegram. Follow the leader. It's in the description. And if you need more information, if you want to book a time with me to talk, there's my calendar right there, Calendly. There's my phone number, how to get in contact with me. There's my Patreon, $5 a month to get information. And you can watch last night's AMA. Should be posted later today. Probably by the time this video is posted, that video will be posted. And I'm talking way too fast, so I got to calm down, take less coffee than this morning. But I wanted to share as much as I can, and we're getting through this. We will get through this. July is right around the corner. We've been through a rough 6 months for 2022. The future is untold. We don't know where we're going to head, but we're going to get through it together. So with all that said, I'm going to close the door on the bureau, say follow leader one more time. I will talk to you soon. Take care.